There are tons of FUD going around the Cardano's network before its hard fork on the last weeks of September. A lot of these statements are coming from very new accounts in Reddit and YouTube users who are not in a true crypto community. A lot of bots out there in the same thing claiming that Cardano has failed to utilize its smart contracts for DeFi. Don't believe the FUD. Fear, uncertainty and doubt. We all know these things are not true after the successful launch of Alonso recently, but let's take a look what really happened and why it happened. Let's go back on how it started. So this month on the 1st September, MindSwap was the first dApp going live in a testnet. Like something in a sandbox for a developer to test. Actually, this is a big step forward, but hundreds of comments and posts have flooded the social media space, spreading negative rumors about the development of Alonso's. Cardano's newest upgrade for smart contracts, by the way. People see these posts and scare on nothing. So one instance that happened in Cardano upcoming DEX called MindSwap. Users were testing it out but ran into an issue. This resulted in a high amount of tweets and Reddit posts stating how horrible the upgrade in Cardano is. These tweets caused a cascading effect that eventually turned into a FUD that's been shared around the social media groups such as Facebook or Telegram groups. Right after these posts, ADA price suffered as a massive hit and over 5% decrease. To explain it very easy to you, it's like similar in the real world when two people standing on the same time on the ATM and try to use it at the same time with different kind of cards, which is not possible. So outside from all that technical stuff, for sure it's not easy to understand, but also it needs to have the knowledge to understand what is behind the technology and why Cardano is not affected, so it's not Cardano's fault. Then a tweet from the MindSwap confirming the high caps and shutting down the testnet temporarily coincided with the then ongoing FUD. So what people also don't understand, this is a testnet. It means to actually encounter some bugs and errors. This is not the actual thing to be released in the public for the real world. A few issues arising before and after project launch and upgrade are pretty normal in any project. However, Cardano's issue had been blown out of proportion by community outsiders, which may have caused damage to the price of ADA. It is important to know that all systems and system upgrades itself have trade-offs, but it doesn't mean it is less effective or efficient. It simply presents a different solution over the other. How Cardano works exactly? After the hard fork, Cardano can now run transactions in a smart contract, which is very, very good. Smart contracts means more functionality, more freedom and more creativity for all users of the Cardano blockchain. Let me explain you like that. A smart contract runs an if and then statement that allows more flexibility and options for users of Cardano. Think for example an NFT artist selling his artworks for his distribution company, and part of their agreement is to get royalty based on each sale of his art that is minted in the blockchain. Instead of simple payment transaction and if and then statement of if you minted an NFT on a certain project, then the artist would get 10% of the mining fee. Could be created to form unique and more versatile transactions throughout the globe. That's how powerful smart contracts are. A few days before the release of smart contracts on Cardano, people are spreading false rumors about the limitation of Cardano system. Every 20 seconds, a new block of transaction is completed on Cardano Network. In that 20 seconds, a user can transact only once. This causes some sort of confusion about people quickly jump into the idea of Cardano can only process one transaction every second, which would be utterly messed up and worthless if a network can only perform that rate. To be clear, it's a trade per one account in every 20 seconds, which is still pretty fast and reliable, and in the future could still be solved as development on the network progresses. So in a small amount of time, paper hands began to sell their ADA in an attempt to get out of the made up mess. In reality, these can be seen as coordinated attacks to try to push the price down, so the other people can buy your coins at a way cheaper price. If you're longer in the market, you will know that was coming. Also, the founder of Cardano was warning us. Remember, fear will cost you more money than anything. That's why it's always important to validate information and do your own research on the topic you can find on the internet, especially regarding your investments. If you do panic sells without research, you're gonna lose. Moving forward, we are now in the Alonso era and multiple smart contracts projects are sprouting in the Cardano network, and we are beginning to move the new era of cryptocurrency. This is something we should pay attention to. Have a look at the price chart of Cardano. In the past month, it was reaching its all-time high. So there's a lot of trust and expectation to the Cardano network in the future. It still has the third largest market share in the crypto space, next to Ethereum and Bitcoin. So you can expect bigger development and projects on Cardano network from here on. This incident is a typical example of FUD built up in the crypto ecosystem, and this wouldn't be the last. Remember that the outside factors will shake you and can force you to the losing end, so you have to be smart with your investments. Just to let you know, the Cardano Summit will be next week on the 25th and 26th. It's just 1 week away. Now I will give you my promised price estimate about ADA. For sure it will depend on Bitcoin a little bit, but if we can remember ourselves to a huge growth of ADA with over $3, so I think it will be more stable for trading in the next couple of days or weeks. And then during the summit, when the ADA maybe introduce his new partnerships in the ecosystem, the price could go to the moon again. Now's the time where ADA can run dApps, NFT and different kind of exchanges. So everything is prepared for this in technology right now. As always, if you want more crypto news and updates, please hit the subscribe button and ping that notification bell so you're updated with the latest happening in the crypto space, especially in this bull run of 2021.